to hear you, Echo Mike Steady, thank you.
Roger, nice to hear you here, W5CF, K8TL, good signal in Echo Mike 89.
Hey, this is Kilo Zero, Fox Yankee.
Coast of Fox Yankee, Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
Tango Lima, this is Kilo Zero, Fox Yankee, Echo November 3-1.
K0FFY, Kilo 8 Tango Lima, K8TL, Tom at Echo Mike 89, EM 89.
Hey, a true Slav.
7-3, Tom.
Kilo.
K0 Fox Yankee from Whiskey 5, Charlie Bravo Foxtrot, are you Adam?
U5 CBF, this is Kilo Zero, Fox Yankee.
QSL, thank you, Echo Mike Steady.
7-3, Echo November 3-1.
Kilo 4 Yankee Victor, 4 Foxtrot Sierra.
Kilo 8 Oscar Sierra Foxtrot.
CQ satellite.
So, Echo November 82. Alpha. 8 Oscar Foxtrot, Nick, 0.
Whiskey.
5 QA 42 and 8 Washington Hills.
Whiskey.
Kilo Golf 5.
CQ Oscar, CQ.
Kilo.
Kilowatt, Mike. Kilo 8 Oscar Sierra Foxtrot, Echo Mike 70.
Kilo Golf 5 Queen X-Ray Radio, Whiskey 4 Foxtrot Sierra.
W4FS, Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
So, Alpha 3.
08 Oscar Sugar Fox. Alpha 2 Alpha.
Nobody's making contacts.
K8TL W4FS Fox Mike 0673.
So, Delta 2 Lima Golf X.
Delta 2.
Kilo 8 Oscar Sugar Fox from November Alpha 2 Alpha.
Max elevation.
OSF, Kilo Lima. Kilo 8 Oscar Sugar Fox from November Alpha 2 Alpha.
Hey, AC8 KX.
W4 Fox Sierra, Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
K8TL W4FS.
Kilo Oscar 3 Tango Kilo Whiskey. Roger, W4FS, Kilo 8 Tango Lima. Good signal, Echo Mike 89, W4FS, K8TL.
QSL, some people can't hear tonight, 73.
Tango Lima, Kilo Mike 5, Yankee Victor, Echo Mike 25. So 3 X-ray.
KM5 Yankee Whiskey, I think, Kilo 8 Tango Lima, K8TL Tom, Echo Mike 89, EM 89. Straighten me out on the call.
Hey, Pat.
QSL, Tom, it's Kilo Yankee Victor.
Thanks, Eddie.
QSL, Echo.
Roger, KM5 Yankee Victor. Still Ohio, just old ears trying to listen.
Kilo Mike 5 Yankee Victor, Whiskey 4 Foxtrot Sierra.
Whiskey 4 Fox Sierra from Kilo Mike 5 Yankee Victor, Echo Mike 25. You're 5-9.
QSL, we're Fox Mike 06 QS.
Kilo Alpha 3 Tango Kilo Whiskey.
Kilo 8 Oscar Sugar Foxtrot from November Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha.
Kilo Mike 5.
3, I'm losing the satellite. Kilo Mike 5, Yankee Victor.
Kilo 8 Oscar Sugar Foxtrot from November Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha.
Kilo Mike 5, Yankee Victor, QSL 73.
It's the Kenwood THD 72.
Lima Sierra.
Arrow 2 antenna.
Sierra Kilo 8 Tango Lima 3 Tango Kilo Whiskey.
Kilo 8 Oscar Sugar Fox from November Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha. Fox November 20.
Fox 0, Kilo India 5, Foxtrot Romeo.
Kilo India 5 Foxtrot Radio from November Alpha 2 Alpha Alpha. Fox November 20.
Kilo Mike 4, Oscar Tango Alpha, South Carolina handheld.
Kilo Italy 5 Fox Radio. What's your grid?
Tango Kilo Whiskey.
AI 5 Fox Radio. Your grid, please.
Kenwood THD 72.
Delta 2, Oscar Tango Papa.
Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
Kilo 8 Tango.
Kilo Mike 4, Oscar Tango Alpha.
Whiskey 4 Foxtrot Sierra from Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Charlie. Whiskey.
Victor Echo 3, X-Ray Charlie, Whiskey 4, Foxtrot Sierra, Fox Mike 6, QSL.
Alpha from Victor Echo 2, Hotel Echo Whiskey.
Vicky 2 Hotel Echo Whiskey. Kilo 8 Tango Lima K8TL.
Sounds good, Joseph. Looks like the bird needs to be reset.
Victor Echo 2 Hotel Echo. Roger, E2ACW, Kilo 8 Tango Lima. Kilo 8 Tango Lima. Whiskey. The E2ACW, Kilo 8 Tango Lima. Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
Hey, W4CRG.
ACW, Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
Kilo 8 Tango Lima, Kilo Golf 4, Alpha Kilo Victor, Fox Mike 05.
Kilo 8 Tango Lima.
Do you copy Kilo Golf 4, Alpha Kilo Victor, K8TL, Kilo Golf 4, Alpha Kilo Victor, Fox Mike 05. I guess he lost the bird. Kilo Golf 4, Alpha Kilo Victor, Fox Mike 05.
Kilo Golf 5, Kilo Victor, Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Sierra India, Foxtrot November 22.
KB2 YSI, Kilo Golf 4, Alpha Kilo Victor, Fox Mike 05.
QSL 73, have a good night.
73. About 1 minute left in the pass.
Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Charlie.
Victor
Echo 3 X-Ray Charlie, Kilo Bravo 2, Yankee Sierra India, Foxtrot November 22.
Kilo Bravo 2, I didn't get your call on your grid. Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Charlie, Fox November 02. Go ahead.
starting to lose it, I believe. Yeah, 40 seconds left in the pass. can't hear it. There's a building and some trees. I wanted to get the VE3 station. I've worked KB2 YSI before. I know, I want the Canadian station. Alright, the pass is over technically, or yeah, he was in Canada for sure. So check this out, I got a light. How about that? I turned it on and I got S9 signal. Let me turn off the audio here. Okay, now I don't have to yell so loud. I'll show you the setup. It's a Kenwood THD 72 and it's full duplex. That's why I use it. It's the best radio to get for satellites, brand new. It's the only in production HT that's truly full duplex. On SO-50, other supposedly full duplex radios will desense when you transmit on 2 meters. This one will not in general. The other ones will desense completely. This one actually does desense a little on 5 watts, so I have to use a 1/2 watt, which still works fine generally when people aren't stomping on each other like they were tonight. So that was a rough pass. Here's the, let me do one more thing here. Got all this audio gear in my pocket. So let me undo that stuff. Okay, so this is the radio, and it's a Kenwood THD 72. I think you can kind of see the frequencies. SO-50 is 435, 795 downlink, and the uplink is 145, 85, and there's a 67 hertz tone to get into the. Just got a message from Roy. He was asking me where I was streaming, I believe. I don't know how to stop. I'm not going to stop. Sorry, Roy. K3RLD. So yeah, 67 hertz tone to get into the satellite, and to arm it or turn it on, if it hasn't been turned on, you have to use a 74.4 hertz tone. Every 10 minutes it turns off, regardless of whether people are using it, and that's something it took me a while to learn. So every pass is most passes are at least 10 minutes long, so at some point during the pass it will reset, it'll turn off, and you have to do 74.4 hertz. And I find, it seems most people just wait for somebody else to do it. That's what I used to do anyway. I actually switched over to 74.4 at one point when I thought it turned off, and I transmitted and I turned, and eventually it came back on. You can actually hear it come on while you're transmitting if you have full duplex. So that's important to know. Like I said, usually if you're just getting into the satellites, you don't have to worry about it. Somebody else will do it for you. So let me take off this and flip this around. Maybe I can show you some other stuff. Yeah, the antenna is the Arrow 2 satellite antenna, and it's the antenna to get for satellites. It's a commercial antenna. You can get it for under $100. If you get the duplexer, it'll cost a little bit more than $100. You need a duplexer if you're doing one radio. If you're just doing 2 radios, you don't need a duplexer. The duplexer actually fits in the back of the boom. You can see the 2 cables that go to the feed points on the antenna. One for 70 centimeters, and that's a gamma match. And then there's another one for 2 meters. So those 2 feed points go right here, and then they go inside the boom, and there's a little circuit board that fits in there perfectly. And then it has one coaxial cable that comes out, and then that goes to the radio, which I have disconnected right now. I have this cool little BNC adapter that fits snugly on top of the SMA, and it makes it look like it came with a BNC adapter, but it didn't. I highly recommend that. It's from Diamond Antenna. BNC is a whole lot easier to use with satellites. It's fast, it's quick, easy to handle, and this particular adapter puts like no stress on the actual connector. There's other adapters you can get that put a lot of stress on them. So the way I do my audio is I have an audio recorder that I use to record the pass, and that is right here. So the audio recorder takes the audio from the speaker out of the radio Okay, I'm holding a lot of stuff here, guys. So that's why it's kind of taking me some time to get things lined up right. Okay, so speaker out. That's 2.5 millimeter, which is smaller than your standard headphone jack. So you got to get some sort of adapter. I made a cable from an old calculator cable. I put a resistor in here. I believe there's a 10K ohm resistor. So that goes into the speaker out, and then it goes into the mic input. I needed the resistor because microphone input is very sensitive, so you got to bring the audio down a little bit, and otherwise you'll get a distortion. Some people just don't care. You don't necessarily have to do that, but for recording videos, it's nice to have clean audio. So then I have, for doing demos, I have a splitter. So the splitter goes in the headphone out. One of them goes to my headphones, and one of them goes to a cable that snakes around up to the top of the tripod. And this is a Bluetooth speaker. I'm not using Bluetooth at all. It just has a 1/8 phono input right back there. And then there's a nice little camera or smartphone mount there. So that's spring loaded, so it just kind of clamps down onto the phone. And that's how that works. That's how I do the live stream. Pretty simple. I'm out here at a parking lot. This is kind of like an overflow parking lot between all the shops are further out. There's I'm in a circle basically of shops. And then this parking lot has almost nobody in it because there's lots of parking near the shops. So this is a great place to work satellites from. Hardly any traffic. That's my car. So that's how all that works, y'all. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments. I'll respond later. Check this out. This is my light. It's powered by a 7.2 volt RC car NIM battery. So this light is it's a Manfrotto. Normally works off 4 AAA batteries. I found that it barely lasted. It lasted like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. So I got this battery here, and I soldered some wires into it, and 4 1.5 volt batteries. That's 6 volts. Obviously this is more than 6 volts, 7.2 as I said. I found it didn't cause any problems with this particular thing. However, as soon as I turned this on earlier, oh my goodness, I got S9 noise on 70 centimeters. So I had to turn it off. So that's good to know. Can't do that. I can't use that for illuminating myself. I'll have to get something else. So that's the gist of it. There was a AO92 pass happening at the same time as the SO-50 pass. I decided not to do it because it was east of here. I'm on the coast, so the further east the satellite is, the less people will be in the footprint, because there's nothing further out in the off the coast of the United States towards the east. So that's why I use SO-50. A lot of people that, as Tucker W4FS said, a lot of people that couldn't hear. So you hear a lot of people calling CQ satellite, putting their call sign out, never making any contacts, not responding to anybody calling them. So what happened with what likely happened with those folks is they could not hear the satellite. It's pretty easy to get into the satellite, this particular satellite, and much harder to hear it. It's 250 milliwatts. The Fox satellites are much easier to hear. They put out between 500 to 1 watt. And they're on VHF. They're on 2 meters downlink. So the higher in frequency you go, the more path loss there is. So the more the signal decreases as it goes through the atmosphere and things like that. I'm not sure if it's because of the atmosphere, but anyway, it loses strength as it goes, the further it goes, the more strength it loses, I suppose. So Fox ones are much easier to hear. AO85 is a little bit deaf, so it's hard to get into. AO91 has a great receiver. AO92 has a great receiver. So those are probably the easier birds to get into if you want to try sats for the first time. AO91 and AO92. I would say AO91 probably is the best one right now, because AO92 has, I think, it has an L-band uplink, which is 1.2 gigahertz. It has a Virginia Tech camera experiment, and it has an HER CI experiment. So it has at least 3 experiments, which mean when those experiments are in use, the transponder, which is the repeater, the thing you use to talk with people, is turned off. So those will be turned on occasionally. There's a schedule. If you go to amsat.org, you can find that schedule. So the reason I'm saying AO91 might be better than AO92 is because with AO91, you don't have to worry about verifying if it's going to be in transponder mode or not. You can just, anytime, it's always on, it's always on. There's no other experiments on that satellite, so it's just always the transponder. So that's why I say that might be better to use, but it's the most popular because of that too, so it might be harder to get into because everybody's competing to get into it. So you might try AO92 if you want to have a one that's a little bit less popular, and if you want to have even less people, go to SO-50 because everybody's on AO91, AO92 now. So if you can hear SO-50, that might be an easier one to make contacts with. Tonight, it was a little bit rough. There was actually somebody complaining on AMSAT NA on Facebook, the AMSAT NA Facebook group, that nobody responded to their calls on SO-50, and this was like it was a weekday morning pass, I believe, so not surprising. There's less people on satellites at that time because they're all at work or school. But with the popularity of AO91, AO92, SO-50 is now even more, it has even more free time or free airtime for people to get into. So those are the options you have if you're getting into FM satellites right now. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. If you like this, hit the like button, share it after it gets archived. If you like it, subscribe to. And hey, Billy Blue, one of my new patrons, if you really like all this stuff, consider signing up for my Patreon website. You can send me a small sum of money every time. Actually, right now it's set to, my Patreon is set to monthly to kind of encourage me to make a video every month. I'm not sure I'm going to get one done by the end of this month, so I might turn that off and switch it back to once every video. But if you like my stuff a whole lot, consider signing up on my Patreon site and supporting me financially. I've got about 19 people right now sending me $100 a month, which is amazing to me. And I really am grateful for all of you patrons. So, also, Scotty Cole signed up. He's the most recent patron. And I'm working on sending out t-shirts. If you sign up, you can get stickers. You can get your name at the end of the video. You get stickers, or you can get t-shirts depending on the level you sign up at. If you just sign up at, I think, $1 to $4, you get just your name in the end of the video. If you want stickers, I think it's $5. If you want t-shirts, it's $10. So that's the reward levels that I have right now. And the t-shirts are awesome. Everybody tells me they're the most comfortable t-shirts they have. They're kind of knockoffs of American Apparel. American Apparel is made in California, made in the USA, and they're really comfortable and kind of somewhat slim fitting. So if you're looking for a size, you might get one higher than you normally get because they're a little bit slim. But they're really soft and comfortable. Yeah, so those shirts are not made in the United States. That's why they're a little bit cheaper. The ones I'm getting, they're a knockoff from American Apparel, but they're just as comfortable. Okay, so yeah, subscribe, like, share, sign up on Patreon, like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, SpaceComms1 on Twitter. On Facebook, it's just SpaceComms without a number. On YouTube, it's SpaceComms1. You don't have to look for me now, you're already watching me. So, okay guys, everybody, appreciate you. Have a good one. 73, I'm John Breyer, KG4 AKV. Bye.